Hello, good morning, and welcome to Sabina Adewale's poetry online sessions. And today I'm recording from Birmingham, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, not to take too much of your time, please remember to hit the subscribe button, so you can hopefully get more content from her. So today's session is how to write in rhyme, basically how to make your poem rhyme so that it sounds nicer on the air and people can enjoy the flow. So I'm just going to start with poetry is associated with rhyming, and this contains rhythm in your form. When you write, you want it to kind of have a flow on the end. So there are 7 types of rhyming, but as a beginner, I don't really want to, I'll mention them, but we're only going to go in depth on 2 of them. So there's something called a perfect rhyme, which is one where both words share the same assonance and the number of syllables is known as a perfect rhyme. And this type of rhyming is also known as an exact rhyme, a full rhyme, or a true rhyme. There's also what we call the slant rhyme, which is a rhyme formed by words with similar but not identical assonance. And the number of syllables in slant rhymes are also known as half rhymes, imperfect rhymes, or near rhymes. We also have what we call the I rhyme, which I think is adequate for a beginner, which are words like move, love. You can see they end with the OVE, move and love, and that is words that look similar on the page, but they do not actually rhyme when you listen to the sound. Like move and love do not rhyme when you sound it out in your ear, but when you look at the spellings on the I, like you could have subject and object, subject, object, you have the ECT on the end, so that's an I rhyme, and it's also known as an I rhyme, basically. We have what we call the masculine rhyme. A masculine rhyme is a rhyme between only the final stressed syllables of 2 lines. So maybe something like symbolism and positivism. You can see that those 2 have the same syllables and they have the same rhyming on the end. Subjectism, positivism. A feminine rhyme, on the other hand, is one that has a multiple syllable rhyme, and it requires both a stressed and unstressed syllable within the rhyme. So for instance, words like crazy and lazy, you can see that that sounds very identical. Crazy, lazy, AZY, AZY. So the syllables cray and la are stressed rhymes because there's an emphasis on the cray. Crazy, lay, the LA, there's an emphasis on it, and those are unstressed rhymes. And the last one is what we call the end rhyme. This is a rhyme that occurs between the final words on 2 particular lines of poetry. End rhymes can either be masculine, for instance, below and follow, or feminine, which is a bit like the I rhyme, actual and factual. So today we're just going to focus on the I rhyme. So in order for you to find out a bit more, the best way, which I have learned, which I actually learned through when I was on the poetry marathon in June, I think it was June 2021 during the pandemic, is when you go onto your Google search engine, just type in words, whatever rhythm you're looking for, assuming you're looking for words that end in, let's say for instance, I've got a block now. So just look for a word that you are looking for. Let me put in here. So if you go onto your Google search engine, so just put words ending in, let's even use the word rhyme and see what comes up. Words ending in rhyme. There are not too many that end in rhymes. Okay, so you just have to kind of play around with it. So let's put words that end in ISM, for instance. So you search that, and then all words that come up in ISM will come up. So you've got words like photojournalism, experimentalism, trombonianism. And when you click on that, it could go further. It could now say, do you want 8-word letters? Do you want 7-word letters? So you choose whatever you want. So this is a 15-word, for instance. If that's too long, you can go down to the, let's go down to 7-letter words or 6. So within the 6-letter word, you have words like cubism, favorism, sexism, mutism, you know. So when you're writing, it's now up to you, the poet, to decide how you want those lines to fit in with the rhythm on the end. So this is what we call the I rhythm, because all the words within that page will end with words that are ISMs. And then what you would do is decide if you want it to be the 5-letter ism or the 4-letter ism. Let's take another example. For instance, let's take words that end with, let's take family. Words that end with family. So that will be the ILLY. And then if you click on that, let's see what comes up. Because I chose family, which is a word that is a word on it. So think what has come up now is immediate family, dysfunctional family, conjugal family. So what you see is there are different types of families, and then you can now pick on what type of family you want to write about. So you want to write about the immediate family, you want to write about the dysfunctional family, you want to write about this sociological of the family. But on the end, the I rhythm is all those words would end with family. So the assignment for you today is think of a word that you want to rhyme on your poem, an I rhyme, and then try and see if you can come up with a poem that ends with each of the words on the end, either with family or ISM or whatever word you may choose. And once you've constructed your poem, I suggest you post it on this chat. I can have a look at it and comment on it for you. And then hopefully we can come back together, and I would love you to subscribe, and then we can get you to join the group, because currently we are looking for at least 10 candidates to join the first session. I think currently I have about 4. So the condition to join will be to subscribe to my channel, like 3 minimum of the poetry poems. This is session 5 today, and then we can start our first session. So I look forward to seeing you in the next session. I hope you've been enjoying the poetry sessions. And my name is Sabina Adewale. I'm a life coach, a registered manager, and a writer, a poet, and author of 8 solo books, 6 bestsellers, and all my books are available on Amazon. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next session. I hope you've enjoyed it, and bye for now.